Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome. Welcome to the Big Co Show. It's your boy, Big Co.
It's your man, Mastermind. Happy New Year,
Yeah.
everybody.
Happy New Year. It's the last show, the last day of 2020, a year that has been a very trying year, a very stressful year for a lot of people. But hey, there's been a lot of good things going on too, so that's one of the things we want to cover tonight, man. So how you doing, brother?
Brother, this is the longest day of the longest year. This year has been 4 years long. It's crazy, dog. I mean, I'm just glad that I'm here and doing the show. I missed y'all, and let's get it in.
Yeah, man. So like we got some a different setup this week. You know what I'm saying? We allow people to just have an opportunity to just pop in, and we
Oh,
got
cool, cool.
two guests that want to pop in, and we'll bring them on in a second.
Okay.
But before we bring them on, I would also like to remind everyone that at midnight tonight, in addition to it being the end of
Uh-oh.
2020, it will be your boy's birthday. Yeah. I got him a birthday shirt. Got him a birthday shirt. Yeah. I am a New Year's baby. So as happy as I am to see 2020 go like everybody else, I can remember when 2020 started because it was my birthday. And it seemed like just yesterday, even though, like you said, it does seem like 4 years at the same time. So with that being said, let's see who we got on the line, man. Let's bring in some people.
Let's bring in some people. Give me a second because these people are going to make the show great. I'm happy to have them here. And the first person I see coming to the screen is the one and only Cindy Williams.
Hey.
Also joining us tonight is Mr. Mark Abrams. What's happening, y'all?
Welcome
What's
to the
going on?
welcome to the show, family. So this is for real, my family. Like, so for those of y'all that don't know, Sydney Williams is my older sibling. You know what I'm saying?
What?
She don't like the people to know that she older than me because she thinks she look younger than me. But yeah,
Whatever.
she is my big sister.
Hey, sis.
Hey, how are you?
Good, good, good.
She is
That's
an
good.
accomplished author, a mother, a grandmother. She just completed her first children's book. So definitely want to give her a shout out to that. And I'll let her
That's
talk
awesome.
about that.
Congratulations on that.
Uh,
Thank you.
And then we also have my brother from another mother, Mark Abrams.
What's good, man?
M-
What's good?
Mark and I have been friends since the eighth grade. When I tell you, like, the word brother really don't describe the relationship that we have. So being that it is the last show and it's my birthday show, I couldn't think of nobody else better to have on the show than two people I like love with my whole heart. So welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, family.
Hey, hey,
Appreciate
hey.
it, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, so like we said, we're gonna get into this year review, but before we get started, I want to give our guests an opportunity to kind of tell a little bit about themselves. Let us know some things that you had going on in 2020, good or bad. You know what I mean? Send it outside of the book. I know you want to talk about the book, and I want to let everybody know, how they can find the book. So yeah, so I guess we can go ahead and start with that. Big sissy, go and tell us about this great children's book that you wrote. Tell us about the inspiration behind the book, and hey, what's
Okay.
up? Oh, I'm sorry, brother Jay. Shout out. What's up, brother? My brother, Randy. What's up, big Randy? Hey, appreciate it, homie. All right, I'm sorry, Cindy. Go ahead.
Oh, no problem. Um, the title of the book is My New Friends Look Different. It's about diversity in the schools, what our kids have to deal with on a daily basis. Meeting new friends from different races and different backgrounds. And it also speaks on bullying. I chose to do this type of book because in my granddaughter's second grade, she was bullied for months. She would come home, things would be missing, her hair would be done a different way,
Ooh.
um, jewelry missing. She came home one day crying because someone colored her coloring book, the character on her coloring book, black. And when I
The
went to the
color
teacher,
black?
yeah, they colored the face black.
Mm.
With a
It
black.
was a
Okay, okay,
frozen.
okay. Hold on. I have to clarify this though. Was it a black crayon or a brown crayon? Because I mean, both are equally as harsh. But if it was a black crayon, wow.
Yeah, it was a black crayon. It was on her frozen coloring book. I mean, our frozen book bag. And I went to have a talk with the teacher, and she was not aware of anything. And I'm like, how can you be around students all day and not know what's going on?
Right.
So we dealt with that in the second grade. And um, when she got in her third grade, I decided to do substituting. I did primary and elementary school, and you just be amazed at the things that these kids deal with, go through, um, not like each other because she's Chinese and this that, and the other. So I was like, let's see if we can come up with some kind of way to explain it and make it fun for them to want to read, but also learn that if you get to know someone, get to know a little bit about their background, you will find it is very interesting, and they could possibly end up being one of your best friends. So that's where the book came from.
Awesome. Awesome. So 2020 has been a trying year from everybody. What are some highlights outside of you being able to finish this children's book? What have been some highlights of the year for you? Some good things.
Um, well, for my 50th, when I thought we weren't going to be able to do anything, we went to the mountains with my brother and his family and
Yeah,
my
brother, it's
son.
awesome. You have an awesome brother.
And my middle son proposed, which I had been waiting on for years. He'd been with this girl for his girlfriend for like 8 years. So I was happy about that. Let's see. Oh, I started a transportation company, my husband and
Wow.
I,
Okay. Congrats.
and
That's
just a
huge.
few odds and ends, but
So
overall,
entrepreneurship, family, and you turned a half a hundred, which was a great weekend. Congratulations to Brandon and my niece Jessica for their pending nuptials. Let's go to my brother, Mark. Tell us a
Man,
little bit about yourself, brother, and give us some highs and lows of 2020. Now, of course, COVID is COVID, so we know COVID. You know what I mean. But give us some highs and lows of your 2020, my brother.
first of all, you got me following Sydney with all these accomplishments, man. Congratulations, Sydney. Happy birthday.
thank you, Mark.
You look no year above 25. But
Oh man, you
me,
Thank you.
give him his money, Cindy. Give him his money.
but
Thank you.
it's ironic, man. I think God never makes a mistake. This is my first full calendar year in a new place, man. I never thought I'd be anywhere outside of Atlanta. I've lived in Louisiana. I lived in Carolina, and now I'm here. My first full calendar year here in Savannah, Georgia,
Okay.
and it's been good to me, man. Came down here to start a new career, and everything's. I never thought that I would leave Atlanta, but a lot of positive energy is here in Savannah, and I'm also writing a book as well. Has
Okay.
to do with the Black family culture.
Wow.
Still waiting on more creative juices to flow with that, but it will be completed soon. Um, just thanking God, man, for another year. And um, what's your question? Like some highlights for this year?
Yeah, like I mean, you gave me some good ones, man. You starting the book, that's amazing. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like, was able to dodge the COVID bullet, that was amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're
Like,
right.
so all great things. My brother Mastermind, yeah, what's on your head about the year?
It is it's funny. Everybody complained and everything, but being able to keep my job, but at the same time take some time off and get that unemployment, man, it was a boon. I was just like, cause I'm thinking about it. I don't know how things would have been if I just would have kept on going to work, but being able to take some time off, refresh, recharge some batteries and everything, and then still have money coming in to take care of everything, it was a beautiful thing. So it helped out a lot around the house, those little extra dollars and whatnot, and spending quality time with my wife and my daughter was just beautiful. We went for walks. It was crazy because we live by the Mall of Georgia, and to see it as a ghost town, just to see like Buford or just Atlanta with no vehicles on the road, it looked like something out of Mad Max.
Right,
It was crazy.
right.
But I really did. I enjoyed our little walks, our nature walks, and everything. So that was pretty cool. So that's definitely a highlight. Definitely happy to be healthy because a lot of people can't say the same. You know, having lost many people in my family or people that I know to the pandemic. So that's a blessing, and still knocking on wood. Just keep everybody safe and prayed up. And we'll get to this later, but DJ D Nice was a positive, something that we didn't even think was a thing that we needed. And him doing these virtual DJing sessions, bringing people from all across the world together, was a beautiful thing, which transitioned into the versus battles. So it was just seeing people make something out of nothing was amazing.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. When we talk about the year in review. Let's I want to kind of get into some things that kind of were some new innovations, that have kind of gotten us through. And one of the things I would love to talk about are the Instagram DJ parties as well as the Instagram versus battles. Like I can honestly say part of the reason why we're doing this show at 7 o'clock versus 7:30 is because D Nice has a New Year's Eve part on Instagram that I definitely want to check out. You know what I mean?
That's gonna be
So
tight.
we'll get to that. Oh, and real quick too. So I will say this in my brief reflection. New Year's Eve has always been like a huge event in my year. You know what I mean? It's the night before my birthday. I normally get together with a lot of my friends and we have these big celebrations over the years, but this one's gonna be really, really quiet. But I can honestly say that this will be my most blessed year that I've, ever had. Like I'm more excited about my birthday tomorrow than
That's
any
awesome.
of the 45 birthdays I've had before because of everything that's gone on this year, because of the tremendous loss that people have experienced in the world, in this country, in my circle, and in my family. So I want to say, first of all, thank you to the Most High for allowing me to see 46. If God allows me to wake up in the morning, thank you so much for the blessings that I've learned about and I've experienced in the midst of all of this. But
Yeah.
back to the versus battles. So that's one of the things I want to talk about, man. I feel like the versus battles this year, like they got me through, man. It was some times that not being able to see anybody, not being able to interact with people, being quarantined, just seeing the comments of the different feeds and the different feeds for the versus battles and the music itself. So we got some lists. We had put out some questionnaires to a couple of our viewers, and we got some responses about versus battles. So I'll go around the horn with the people on the call right now.
Yeah.
What was your favorite versus battle? We always go ladies first. So Big Sis, what was your favorite versus battle?
I would have to say Monica and Brandy and Patty and what she do? Gladys Knight.
Gladys Knight. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Both of those, but now the Monica Brandon battle had just enough cattiness for me to really like it, like a reality TV show. Like it was awesome. Just enough shade. But they
Right.
played the hit. So who would you say won the Brandy Monica battle? Who would you say won that battle?
And that's a hard one
It's a hard one.
because
I agree.
yeah, because Brandy she came back with some songs I had forgot about.
Yeah.
Monica, mm,
Mm,
Monica was sort of acting a little standoffish, like
she
she might
was.
just been a little bit afraid of Brandy or what might come.
You
You know what
felt
might
like that? I felt like Monica was trying to keep from slapping Brandy. That's just how I felt.
really
I felt Monica was trying to keep from slapping Brandy because she College Park, and sometimes that College Park get in you. Like I tell everybody, some days I'm Malcolm, some days I'm Martin. I felt like Monica was little Malcolm tonight. You know what I mean? But I thought
right,
I don't know if I could even pick a winner honestly because it just took me down a nostalgic road. It was a great night of music. You know what I mean? And to see those two beautiful black divas
right,
doing something for the culture, it made me feel great. You know what I mean? Now, the Patty and the Gladys Knight, that was just amazing to me. And I'll be honest with you, there were some songs that I wasn't as familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
hmm
But the songs that I was familiar with, and I'm old, my mama, our mama raised us, and our dad raised up on all of that stuff. So there was a lot of songs that I absolutely knew and loved. So yeah, that was tremendous. Again, black excellence. That's how I looked at
right,
it on
The
both sides.
storytelling in that episode was perfect. All
Yeah,
I needed was a patty pie and some soul food, and we would have been set for that episode.
yeah, yeah. Mark, what was your favorite verses?
I'm gonna go with the original Babyface and Teddy Riley with
That was
many
good
hits.
because the power went out. He couldn't get nothing right
Right,
and get it
right, right.
working.
And
Yeah.
then I'm gonna go with rap, man, because I think rap has come full circle now. I'm starting to like rap again. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Gucci and Jeezy to see the
Oh.
brotherhood. Um, they may not be talking now, but
Hmm.
just for that moment, they came back together and celebrated their music, man, that people love. You know.
Yeah, and we were supposed to do a whole show on that battle because I wanted to do a
Okay.
whole show on that battle. Now, when you talk about the brotherhood, there was 2 minutes of brotherhood in that battle.
Yeah.
You know, there was 2 whole minutes of brotherhood in the battle. So,
Yeah.
shouts out to both sides for having those 2 minutes. Now, that to me, that battle, although it was amazing, like the music on both sides, I'm way more of a Jeezy fan than a Gucci
Yeah.
fan. I was totally
Same here.
biased,
Yep.
totally biased, and have gotten to some heated discussions with some of his fans about how I think. I don't even think it was close. I think Jeezy blew him out of the
Yeah.
water, but that's just me. But
Yeah.
I felt like the spirit of that battle, it didn't sit well with my spirit. You know what I mean? Because up to that point, I think the versus battles had been like in a spirit of fun competition,
Exactly. Yep.
and that one was kind of, I don't know, I was uncomfortable, at different points of the battle. But it was amazing. It was an amazing battle. Like for me, well, no, I'll let you go, Mastermind. So, what was your favorite battle?
I think the best one, hands down, was E40 and Too Short. I think these boys are still doing their thing because it lasted longer than it was supposed to. Swizz Beats usually do a recap show. He did his recap show while they was in overtime of doing their show. So you got to catch that on YouTube if you hadn't seen it already. I got a special place in my heart for Erica Badu and Jill Scott. So that was another one of my favorites. But I was tabulating our votes, and I just wanted y'all to know coming in at number 5, Swizz Beats versus Timberland tied with E40 and Too Short.
At number
Okay.
five?
At number 5.
Okay.
At
Okay.
number 4, Teddy Riley and Babyface. All right,
Ah.
so knives make you wonder what was number 1. All right,
Yeah.
we're looking at Erica and Jill Scott came in at 3.
So, okay, so before you get to the number one,
Yeah.
my favorite battle has not been mentioned. So, I think my favorite battle might be number one, but go ahead and give us number two.
Go ahead and tell us. Okay, number 2, Patty and Gladys. Everybody
Hmm.
love that old school. Now, before I say number 1, what was your battle?
See, now I feel like Monica and Brandy might be number one. Have you named them yet?
I
In
haven't
the
said
top
it.
He
five?
hadn't named them
I
yet.
It
haven't
No.
might
said
be
it.
number one, but I'm gonna tell you my favorite battle.
Yeah.
Two that haven't been mentioned. So, like, I don't know if y'all saw the Snoop Dogg versus DMX battle.
That
No.
got some votes,
Now
but it
that
didn't make it to the top.
that was an amazing battle, and it was like because they both came out to me in the golden age of hip hop.
Yeah.
So that particular battle was very very nostalgic, and they were both energetic. And I guess it could be because ain't nobody seen DMX in a while. He was
Mhm.
very animated, you know what I mean, and he performed some of the songs, and it was amazing. But my favorite battle,
Come on, tell us.
hands down, was T-Pain Lil Jon. Like the T-Pain Lil Jon battle felt like
That
a
was
whole
that was okay.
party.
That was a good party. If they had the technology working to where it was crystal clear like everybody else, because at this time people doing their cell phones or whatever they could do to get it in, they didn't have the lighting and all that kind of good stuff. That was a really good show. Really, really fun, energetic. They was talking to each other, but the cell phone wait, yeah. T-Pain and okay, yeah, that one.
Yeah,
And
that
then
was amazing.
Luda had a good one too, but it was too much static, and because of the weather outside, so somebody kept getting cut off and everything. It was staticky.
Yeah, so definitely shout out to Timberland and Swiss for helping us cope with this very very trying year, man.
Yeah.
Super shout
So,
out.
but
So who was number one on the list?
Brandy and Monica,
Brandy and
everybody
Ah.
Monica.
loved
Yeah,
that one. Everybody
yeah,
Yeah.
loved them hood rat girls.
yeah. I
I
can
think
see that as being it.
I
You
think
Cool.
they
said
got
one
the
more.
most
Go ahead.
ratings. They probably got the most ratings out of all of them.
Yeah, I think they had no. I'm pretty sure Gucci and Jeezy had the highest viewership.
Yeah.
Like, cause they were in the M's. Like, and I'm not
Yeah.
Oh,
saying
okay.
I can't remember exactly how many Monica and Brand had, but Gucci
Yeah.
and Jeezy was at like 300, 400,000 before they even said the first word. Like,
This is
it was
true. They
people
had
waiting,
1.5, I think, on
waiting.
Instagram,
Yeah, just
and that's
waiting.
not even counting the numbers from Apple TV and counting the YouTube views as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
So in the year, like we can't do this show without talking about some of the tremendous losses that we've had this year. And for me, it started off in January with the
Hmm.
Yeah,
loss
man.
of Kobe Bean Bryant, like on January 26th of 2020. I don't know, I'm not into superstitions, but man, it just feels like now when that started the year out, we should have known it was going to be some trouble this year.
Right.
Who
Like,
you
Right.
telling?
and Mark and I have been friends since eighth grade. He's a diehard Celtics fan. I'm a diehard Lakers fan. So we get to fight and argue about basketball every year. But I know as a basketball fan, you respected and loved Kobe. You know what I mean? So what did that do to you? Like when you saw that? Like what? Can you through some of the emotions that you felt?
Man, first of all, let me just say my mom is the one who called me and let me know that he had passed away. I was actually taking a nap and I woke up to her like blowing my phone up. And I'm like, what is my mom doing blowing my phone up? And she's like, Kobe's dead. And it hit me, man. Like you said, all the years that we battled by Kobe, hating him on the court, dude, I'm telling you, I broke down.
No,
Another strong black man from that represented a lot of us, toughness, resiliency, hard work, no excuse. I felt that, man. I felt that
no.
pain that I felt his loss. And I'm wearing Adidas. Shout out to Kobe's first shoe, Adidas. I don't have no Lakers gear, but I
You
shout
better
out
not
to
have
Kobe,
no Lakers
man.
gear. You're a Celtics fan. You better not have no Lakers gear.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that was a tough loss, man. And
Yeah.
I still feel it. Still feel it.
Yeah, and the loss of Gianna and everybody else that was involved in the accident, continue prayers for their families. Like one of the things I thought about, I didn't think about it until maybe 3 months after that happened, right? When everything
Hmm.
started going on. But one of the things that kind of got me through this year was that Mamba mentality. Like,
Yeah.
no matter what the odds are, no matter what, the circumstances are, just go in there and give it your all and be willing to stand up and, fight against that stuff. Now, City, you're not a huge basketball fan, but I know
Yeah.
that you was also affected by Kobe. Like we had some conversations about that. It's like, what did that do for you? Like at the beginning of the year, such an iconic figure.
I don't know. It sort of put like I wouldn't say a damper on things as far as like what the rest of the year would be like, but it sort of started off wrong. Not wrong, but sad. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
It caught you off guard because
Yeah.
something like that, you're just like, okay, that shouldn't have happened. That's
Right.
like a death that shouldn't have happened. So for him
And I
to
think
be taken away from us like that was took all the air out of the room.
yeah, and the part with his daughter that really did me in.
Yeah.
yeah. And then it's been a lot of tremendous losses this year, like some COVID related, some non COVID related. Like I was gonna come on with a list of everybody, but I don't want to make the show morbid. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
I want to end this year on positivity, like
That's
things that
true.
we. But I think we would be remiss as journalists if we didn't talk about some of the tremendous losses that we had this year. So not in any chronological order, but I got to say that from a celebrity perspective, some of the ones that really kind of shook me were, of course, Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, us losing him
That one hurt.
in such a surprise fashion. You know what I mean? It's like, because I think the majority of us had no idea of how he was, suffering in silence.
Right.
But I think that speaks volume to his character as a
Yeah.
person. You know what I mean? Like, and he rocked it to the wheels fall off. Like he's got a movie out now, My Rain is Black Bottom that I've
Mhm.
heard. I haven't seen it yet, but
His role is fantastic,
that's what I've
and just
heard.
to know that he was suffering the way he was suffering, and to give an award-winning performance. I mean, he gave everything of himself for that role. It was, you can't tell that he's sick and suffering. It was just like, it's just Chadwick being Chadwick, 150%. He just gave it all to us.
Yeah, and I was having conversations with my kid, like kids yesterday, and we got into a for real heated debate about whether we, whether we think the role should continue or if it should be retired. And Joshua, boy, he made a pretty profound statement. He was like, "Yeah, nobody's ever gonna be Black Panther better than him." And what I said to him was, I agree. Nobody will ever play Black Panther as better than him. But maybe there's somebody that can do it justice. You know what I mean? So just curious, just go around the horn. What are your thoughts? Like, if you're a fan of Marvel movies, do you think we should continue the role of Black Panther, and or should we just honor Chadwick Boseman and just retire the character?
The scary thing is, in order to make it work, something has to happen to the Black Panther. So if we're going to kill off Chadwick's role, then it's going to have to be something they show us, or it's going to be off books to where it's like, oh, well, somewhere in between one of these movies, he passed away. So in the comic books, it passed on to his sister. So his sister being the Black Panther works for me. The Black Panther is pretty much a ceremonial role in that society, so anyone can be the Black Panther. As you saw, they fought, and your boy was the
Michael
Black
B.
Panther.
Jordan.
Yeah, he's
Oh
the
yeah,
Black Panther for himself. So it's passed down from generation to generation, whoever wins the battle, whatever. And so I don't mind it as long as it's told in the story form, and it's not replacing Chadwick. It's just, as long as it's going with tradition as far as passing on the mantle of Black Panther, I'm cool with that. But it just, the Marvel Cinematic Universe has done such a great job in storytelling. I know this is going to be tough for them to make this work, but I believe they can make it work.
yeah,
I think in celebration of where we are and where we are going as a culture, it should be his sister. It should continue on. It should be a
Right.
celebration of the family uniting and taking the reins from the original Black Panther and keeping the franchise going. That's how
yeah.
I feel.
Definitely got to keep the
Yeah,
franchise going.
Mm.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think it would be a celebration to him, to his legacy, if we keep it going too. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because no matter who they get to play the character, or who the characters, the mantle is passed to the character, we know Chadwick Boseman made Black Panther Black Panther.
Right.
Without a doubt.
Right.
Right.
So I think that would be definitely, something that would speak to his legacy to keep it going. So what else? Like, I'm gonna tell you another one that was big for me. Sean Connery. You know what I mean? Like Sean Connery,
Yeah.
big for me. Like 007 and the Bond movies was a part of my history. Like, it wasn't Sean Connery. I think it was Roger Moore at the time.
Roger
Hmm.
Moore
But
during our
Roger
Yeah.
time.
Moore is mine.
Yeah.
but
That's
the
that's
very
mine.
first, one of the very first movies I ever went to see was a James Bond movie, and I think it was the movie where they was in Paris, maybe Octopussy, but it was, and I went with my sister because my mama used to let my sister date, but only if I went to the movies with them. You know what I'm saying? So like, I got to
Horrible.
go see this
Out
movie.
here
It
blocking.
it was a Roger Moore movie with Grace Jones in. I can't remember what they had
No,
a
that's
they
for
had a
your eyes only or something like that.
it might have been For Your Eyes Only, but I
I
know
think
I,
so.
I know Duran Duran had a song in that movie. So whatever movie that was, like that was one of the first movies I ever went to see
That
at a
movie was
That's
theater.
bomb,
good.
man.
You
That
know what
movie
I'm
was
saying?
bomb. Yeah.
So that the 007 series introduced me to Sean Connery, and like The Rock, Just Cause, like those are some of my favorite movies of all time. You know what I mean? So Sean Connery, leaving in 2020, that was big. That was big for me. Who else? Like what other celebrities that we lose this year that was just like, because you sad when anybody loses their life, but
I just
Hmm.
found out that underground rapper MF Doom passed away, and his wife just let us know, but he passed away on Halloween.
Man, so I saw that, but I didn't know who MF Doom was.
I
Yeah,
didn't
I
know who he
mean,
was either.
it's one of those folks. If you know him, you know he's deep into. He's well respected and deep into the underground rap.
So of all the people we lost in 2020, MF Doom. Well, I'm not
I'm
like that. That'll take away from like the loss of life. But I'm just saying, like MF Doom was who you came up with, bro. Like
I
that.
was just letting you know we
Oh,
just
oh,
found
okay.
out about that.
Oh, it's new.
Yeah, well, we
Oh,
just
okay.
we just learned. She just shared the wife just shared it with us that her husband, who died October 31st, she just sharing it now
Hmm.
that he died in 2000. We don't
Yeah,
know if it was COVID related. She just said he passed away.
yeah.
I'm gonna go with I've been a Georgetown fan all my life, man. John Thompson,
John
Big
Thompson.
John Thompson, man.
Yeah,
Um, caught us off guard, and it was right in the midst of people in a row dying, and he that hit me hard, man. And Adam Lifeson came out and spoke about his father figure role and saving his life. And I'm sure a lot of people got. I saw a story also where when Alonzo Mourning came on to the scene with him to Georgetown, he was affiliated with this big time drug dealer, and John Thompson called the meeting with the drug dealer, it's closed door, and let him know to you gonna leave my players alone.
Dang.
Leave them alone. Let them do their thing. And look where Alonzo Mourning went, and
right.
some other recruits. A lot of them probably have good stories about him, but that one hit me hard. John Thompson, man.
You know, somebody said like on one of the interviews after John Thompson had passed, and I, I don't know if I'm pretty sure John Lewis wasn't this year, but I know it was recent. But somebody made a comment that John Thompson was the John Lewis of NCAA basketball at the time. So
Yeah.
John Thompson, he spoke out about a lot of injustices, things that he
Hmm.
saw that were going on, and the way that players were treated, the way players were recruited, the way players were mistreated when they didn't play anymore. And he spoke out against that. You know what I mean? And he coached at a university at Georgetown in a very hot time in that part of the country. You know what I mean? And in DC, that area is known as the Chocolate City, but it
Hmm.
has just as much subversive racism as every other city that there is. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? It's
Hmm.
a lot of like the city in itself it's pretty segregated in terms of where the black people are, where other people are, and the disparity between like resources for both of those times. So yeah, John Thompson, absolute king. That we lost this year. I'm gonna tell you one recently that took me off guard. Tiny Debo. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tiny Debo, like iconic, part of an iconic movie in Friday. One when it's a cross generational movie. Something that a lot of people can quote. People from that lived in our time, that lived after us. Like my nephews who in their 20s, they know Friday. You know what I mean? Like so. And here's the thing about that situation. I actually got a chance to meet him once because he
Mm-hmm.
used to have a wing spot, I guess, in College Park, Riverdale, like right off Garden Walk Boulevard and
Oh
Highway
wow.
85. And we went there, me and my roommate at the time. I had just graduated from Georgia and moved back to Atlanta. And we went there to get some wings, and he just happened to be there. And he was all like really, really cool and talking to people. And then as I'm standing there, like ordering my wings, and we had just had a like, how you doing? Mr. Tiny, it's nice to meet you. He's like, oh man, thanks for shopping with us. Thanks for coming through. Like, what you want on my 40, homie? Like for real, and scared the shit out of me, dog. Like, what you got on my 40, homie? Like super fast, scared the shit out of me. I didn't know what I was gonna do. Like, so super cool dude. Like yeah,
How tall is he? Is he big and tall?
well, he's over 6 feet. So
Okay.
at 5'9.5", that's tall to me. You know what
I
I
just how
Right.
Hollywood is, so I
mean?
just had to make sure.
Yeah,
Oh, speaking of movies and whatnot, they used to call me Crazy Joe. Now they can call me
Joe
Batman.
Clark. Yeah,
Joe Clark passed away.
but when I saw that story, originally I thought it was Morgan Freeman,
Cool.
and I was like, what? But yeah, But
Yeah.
that, Joe Clark passed away recently. A pioneer in education. The inspiration for a classic movie that I
Right.
think
Yeah,
we
man.
all, have enjoyed.
You
Cindy,
know,
what
you
about you?
your people and education when you'll go through all of that to turn your community around.
Right,
That's a lot of heavy lifting.
right, indeed. Cindy, were there any particular losses that we had this year that kind of touched you in a different way?
Um, you named some good ones, but I think the latest was the one that played Shabadoo and Breaking.
Shabba was his name. He,
Man.
he
Yeah,
played
Shabadoo was
he
his
played Ozo.
name.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was
Yeah.
crazy. That was crazy. Shabba was 65 years old, like
Mm.
classic,
Mhm.
cult movie, Breaking and Breaking to Electric Boogaloo. Sydney, I know you remember when we used to watch that on HBO, you know what I'm saying, and sit in the living room practicing those moves, man, for a big dude, I had a pretty good windmill, you know. But yeah, absolute loss, like tremendous dancer, tremendous humanitarian. Like I learned a lot about him after I found out about, his demise. And so, yeah. So
I got
yeah,
a couple of things from some of my co-stars.
okay. Yeah.
So one of our co-stars, Stephanie, um, for our in memoriam, since we talk about people past, she lost her mother on July 3rd.
Oh wow.
And
Mm.
so love and light goes out to Astra Lloyd. Your daughter Stephanie loves you. And let me go ahead and tell y'all these top moments. So coming in at 5, the death of Chadwick Boseman is tied with George Floyd's murder.
Mm.
Number 4, we've been talking about it, coronavirus, the pandemic, that's been coming up a lot. Number 3, we didn't touch on them yet, but the Black Lives Matter protests, the worldwide protests. The summer of protests. It was, I don't know, it was something that just caught fire across the world, across the country. And this thing wouldn't stop.
Hold tight right there, brother. So
Yeah.
like I guess yeah, that's something we have to address. So like one of the most polarizing events that happened during COVID was the murder of George Floyd. I think we would be remiss without, remembering this martyr that died for a movement. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Hmm.
And another thing that we haven't talked about, we haven't talked about the election at all, and that's by design, kinda. But I want to say that those two events, the George Floyd murder, like on TV, where you could
Yeah.
see it, as
Mm-hmm.
well as
That's why I labeled it murder.
the protest that came out from the Black Lives Matter movement and other movements as well. I think BLM, they get the majority of the spotlight, but there are a lot of other movements that have resulted in the one of the greatest voter turnouts that we've had in the history of this country. That allowed us to remove Donald J. Trump from the presidency, and we're looking forward very soon, to the inauguration of Mr. Joe Mr. Joe Biden. So yeah, I think we can't talk about this year at all without talking about those two. Hey, Tamika, thank you. Tamika was a guest on the show. She just said happy birthday. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you. Love you as well. But yeah, those are two very polarizing events, as well as was Omar Arbery. That was this year, or was that the end of
That
last?
was this
That was
year.
this
That
year.
was this year.
Earlier this year.
Yeah.
It actually happened in February and then come out for
Mm-hmm.
2, 3 months later.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, that's
Yep.
it. That's right. That was
Yep.
this year. So yeah. So
Told
I
you
think
this year is like 4 years long.
it is.
It's crazy. Every quarter was a year.
So
Yeah.
go ahead and go to the list. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
no, you good. That was beautiful. Oh, okay. Number 2, the death of Kobe. We touched on that. Caught everybody off guard. And number 1, everybody, you touched on it just now. Um, the election, but more importantly, the Biden Harris victory.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
yeah,
pops number 1 as everybody's favorite moment.
yeah.
Co-stars, y'all came through with that one.
And then
If you,
no, go ahead, Mark.
I'm just saying that just like he said, it's like 4 years long, but 4 years in the making. 4 years too late. A year too late. If you go through this year and you're not changed, you're not a changed person. You know, I don't know. Maybe you
Right.
Maybe you need to stay in 2020. How about that?
Yeah,
Ooh, that's a
yeah,
punishment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Because
you right about that though.
yeah, and that's the thing that I wanted this show to be about. I wanted to touch on like what lessons we got out of this year in regards to the list. So, what about? Did we talk about songs as well or artists of that
Yeah.
nature? Now, I'm gonna tell you, and I might be late to the game, right? But I'm a hip hop fan, and Mark, you said earlier, it's things that's making you want to listen to rap again. I can tell you there were some albums that came out this year that I really thoroughly enjoyed, and
Yes,
it
sir.
really made me kind of believe in hip hop again. Like,
Yep.
and they weren't all old school artists, but let's start with the old school artists. The new Buster album was
Yep.
bananas to
It's
me.
bananas
Yep.
for
Like,
real.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Because
new
it
Buster
sounds like we
album.
about to do a mixtape. It's like a big coach show mixtape. So everybody, y'all pay attention. Write down these songs we're gonna tell y'all because everyone has eclectic taste, but it's gonna be fire taste. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
I thought the Buster album was great. I really like the Ti album. You know what I mean? I've heard some mixed like
Libra.
reviews on the new Tip album, but it reminded me of why I started loving Tip. You know what I'm saying? Like the new Tip album's dope. The Big Sean album, Detroit too. Like I don't know if y'all got a chance to check that out, but the Big Sean album was amazing. And I gotta say, anything that Griselda does, them cats out of Buffalo,
You like them, huh?
Conway the
Yeah.
Machine, you know what I mean? Like all of those guys, they really make me like, and as I get older, the material, like the subject matter, I'm away from the streets right now. Not that I was ever in the streets, but I was like hanging with cats in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So
No,
like
stop,
the
stop.
material, like is a little bit much for me. But those albums were big, and I haven't heard a lot of R&B. So Cindy, you can help me out with that. Like, so you had some artists that were on your list, some albums that were on your list that kind of got you through 2020. So what were some of those?
Don't laugh. But Crazy by Chris Brown.
Ah! That's
It's
my
like
sister.
no
That's
matter
my jam
what
right
is
there.
going
That's my
on.
jam. That's my
Yeah,
jam.
it's like no matter what
The
is
whole
going
CD
on, when
actually.
that song comes on, it's on then. And then I
Yeah.
like the new one by Kim and Tony
Tony
Braxton.
Braxton. In love
hmm
again, right?
I'm in love. Yes. hmm
So yeah, I'm kind of away from the R&B. Like any other R&B I need to be up on that I missed out on?
I'm gonna tell you because this list I only have what's top, the number one and number two. All right, but so I'm gonna tell you some of the stuff that the people said. All right, so you're talking about R&B. We got that Janae Aiko with
Oh,
I'm
Janae Aiko's
I'm with
amazing.
her. I'm with her on
yeah.
that.
So BS came on the
Yeah.
list. Usher made the list. That's got in some votes with Bad Habits. And folks are loving Division. So Division got a song out there called Muse. So if the
Hmm.
co-stars like it, it must be hidden. All right.
So I'm gonna tell you, like, there's an artist, and I know everybody knows her name, and I'm not really, but you know what I'm talking about. The she's like Janae Aiko, but she's not her. The other one, like,
Oh,
not her.
SZA,
Who?
SZA,
No, not SZA.
um,
She had that one song, like, you know what I'm talking. Dang, Mark, I know. I figured you would know the song. Um, yeah, I can't think of the name of it,
it's
but yeah,
gonna come. It's wait, hold on. I wait. We just got
like
a
that
message.
bad habit.
Maybe one of our listeners.
Tamika said
Oh
she
no,
liked the bad habit, like that Usher, that bad habit. Like I like that. I love Usher. Anything Usher
hmm
does, you know what I'm saying? But it's not Janae Aiko. Y'all know him. And she had that one song. I just wanna be. I don't know how I go.
yeah. If this was taboo, you are not helping us at all.
Yeah.
I need some clues, dog.
Uh,
Yeah.
Okay, so this is out of the box. It's hard for me to remember what songs I liked because I listened to like a lot of old school hip hop, like Rock the Bells on Sirius XM
On
radio.
satellite radio. I listen
yeah.
to that too. Yeah.
So, but one of the new songs that came out this year was Justin Bieber's "Holy" featuring
Oh, I
Chance the
like that.
Rapper. That
hmm
was, and I heard him play this on Saturday Night Live, and I was just like, "Wait, what?" And I listened to it again. I was just like, it's pop, but it's spiritual. And then
Mhm.
you got Chance the Rapper doing pretty much spiritual
Mhm.
and this with hip hop. And I was just like, okay, you got down on that when Justin. So I had to give him props on that because my
Like,
daughter loves
Chance could have
Billie
did a little bit
Eilish.
better.
So what?
Chance could have did a little bit better.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he was just there, I guess, to add the little hip hop flow.
Right.
But yeah, Justin Bieber, he surprised me, and I was just
Mhm.
like, I was able to listen to it, just me by myself in the car. But my daughter
Yeah.
loves Billie Eilish. I've been hearing Billie Eilish a
Yes.
lot, so she's on my list as well. So when I'm not listening, because you can't listen to no songs that got cuss words in it, so I got to turn to the station
Right.
that, so
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got to turn to the pop station that she likes. So I'm just like, how are you hearing these songs? But apparently it's YouTube. YouTube is just showing everybody what music these kids like. So it's crazy.
I'm so
Uh,
mad I can't think of the name of this song. Like this artist. I know y'all all know
It's
who I'm
new.
talking about. Yeah, she's relatively new. And she like Janae Aiko, but she's not her. But like she got that similar
what she
flow.
look like, dog? Help us out.
Uh she had a
There's a
song.
Is she
Who said
chocolatey, light
there's a
skinned?
new
like
female named Tyler Dermont.
nah,
Tyler
it's not
Demont
her.
or something.
It's like
Okay.
boo it's like the song was like
He ain't gonna help us.
boo who sang booed up? Who is that?
Oh,
That's
that's the
Ella
little
May.
LMA.
girl.
Her.
Who?
Not her.
LMA.
ATR.
Yeah, Ella May
Yeah, I like
from
Ella May. Like I don't know
England.
if she do, but like I like all her stuff. Like everything she do is pretty
Yeah, I'm
dope.
down with her though. Her.
Yeah, her,
She got
her.
a
I
new
Her,
song
like
called
her.
Damage.
Yes.
Yeah, Damage.
Yeah, her is
Yeah, that
doing her
song
thing.
hitting.
I'm impressed by her.
her is amazing. So look, man, I just want to appreciate everybody for coming on. We coming up on time, so before we leave, I just want to see if there are any lists that we need to get through, and if not, I want to talk about the lessons that we learned in 2020. Like you two are two of the closest people in the world to me. Like your health and safety and well-being is very, very important to me, and my
Right.
health, safety, and well-being is what it is because of y'all. You know what I'm saying? All three of y'all. You know what I mean? Like this year, I can honestly say there are times, different times of this year that I really don't know what I would have done if I didn't have my sister, or if I
Mm.
didn't have my brothers, Mastermind and Mark, to get me through. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Mastermind. Like I just want to tell you, I appreciate everything that you've done to make this show a thing. And I know we got, places that we want to go and places that we want to take it. And I know we're going to get there. And I just appreciate you for dealing with my BS, you know what I mean? Like my, flightiness, my inability to always be focused, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I thank you, brother. Like this has been a great ride. And I know the Big Coach Show in 2021, we're going to do all the things that we want to do, you
I
know?
love you back, brother. I mean, I appreciate you hitting me up because honestly, I was just like, I knew you had it in you. I believe in you. Whenever you don't even believe in yourself, I believe in Big Coach. So I was just like, I was already ready just to be the producer. I was just like, you need to shine because you glow. People love you, and I was just like, that's why it's the Big Coach Show. But the fact you want me to tag along, I was just like, hey man, I got your back.
Yeah.
Down
And
like
bro,
both
I'm
fat
telling you, I'm
tires.
proud of you, man. Because like you said, we had these talks, man, and you had this vision, and you had obstacles in your way, but you said it's gonna happen regardless. And we had a lot of long talks late at night, and proud of you, man. Man, nothing happens by mistake. We always talk about that.
Yeah.
But man, keep it going, man. Proud of you and love you, bro.
Yeah,
Man.
because we could have stopped after that first stumble that we had, but no,
Yeah.
we kept it moving.
We had a stumble, you know what I mean? I don't even want to give it no
No,
credit, bro.
we
You
kept
know
it
what I
Exactly.
moving.
mean? Like
You don't need to.
and now like we got our platform, we got where we trying to go. Hopefully we'll hit 1,000 likes, 1,000 viewers before midnight tonight. We was short 51 last time I checked. Arvell might have a better number. But
Yeah,
like and subscribe, Big Coach Show on Facebook,
we need
Big
45
Coach
more people.
TV.
Let's go. We need
45
45 more
people.
people.
We try to hit it for my birthday. So if you're looking for something to give me for my birthday, go to the Facebook page, the Big Co Show, or go to the YouTube channel, Big Co TV. Like and subscribe. We're trying to get there.
All
So
right, let me run through these lists real quick, and then
cool.
that way we can do all this mushy stuff. All right, so movies. This is what the co-stars like. Jingle Jangle was hot. Bad Boys for Life was
Tight as
hot. Bad
that.
Boys for Life
Mark
was
said
actually
that.
number one. All right. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom got some votes, and Soul. So those are the ones that got the most votes, but it was a bunch of other stuff. Even Wonder Woman made the list. All right. Top people. And
Wait. No. And I said this to. There was a co-star that said in Wonder Woman
yeah,
84, and I replied, Wonder Woman 84. Me personally, I just thought the plot just needed a lot to be done, and if I wanted to worry about bad people making bad wishes, I watch Aladdin. I was like, is this Aladdin? Is that what this is?
boy, you stupid. Now I got to watch it just to see how bad it is.
Oh, I didn't mean to give
Yeah, I
anything
haven't
away.
seen it. I haven't seen it yet either.
My bad. Okay,
It's
what else
all
we got?
good. Let me
Me
see. I'm not
either.
gonna tell y'all the other. Oh yeah, people. Let me talk about people. At the top, Kamala Harris is number one. Michelle Obama came in number two. Chadwick came in number three. Stacey Abrams coming in at number four, and then there's a bunch of other folks on there. TV shows.
No, wait. You can't say Stacey Abrams in Georgia without giving some additional accolades. Like, shout out to Stacey Abrams and her team and everything she did that I
Man,
know, like,
bravo.
Oh yeah.
it's getting like Georgia turned blue. I'm pretty sure, like, I'm hoping that, and we haven't talked about this, but January 5th, we got another election to go. If you haven't voted already, it's too late to go and send in your ballots. You need to find a place to go and vote by January 5th. We need
Yes,
you.
sir.
Right? And
Yep.
Stacey Abrams, salute and shout out to everything that you and your camp has done. I thought I heard something about a possible cabinet position for Stacey. They were talking to her about cabinet position, but I would hope and pray that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris find somewhere in their administration for Stacey to serve. But if they don't, I know
Right.
that the next time we have a gubernatorial election in
Oh
Atlanta,
man,
like,
Mm-hmm.
it's going down.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
Oh,
because I
going down.
don't want her just to have some position that where she's not really doing nothing and
Right.
affecting change. Let her stay in Georgia where she can affect change like she has been doing. Look, to get cheated out of the governor's race, and then she was like, you know what? Okay, I got you, Georgia. And
Yeah.
then to flip it blue, oh man, that's how you take that
Sure.
energy and
Sure.
focus it and harness it into something good.
Yeah.
I love it.
And it's like the people who don't know how powerful the black woman is, this is exactly an example of how powerful. Anybody that was raised in a black household with a black mama, we
Mhm.
understand how powerful the black woman is,
Preach.
Yes,
how
sir.
she gets it done.
Right.
I mean, so shout out to Stacey Abrams. But go ahead, what else we got on the list?
TV shows. The number one TV show, Lovecraft Country. That was my show. I thoroughly enjoyed every
I tried.
episode. If you haven't seen it,
I tried.
I tell this to
Haven't.
everybody. It's a love letter to black women. If you
Mm.
watch it and pay
Okay.
attention, it's a love letter to black women. If you love black women, you're gonna love the show. It's got that mix of sci-fi and some old horror and good black drama. So I'm happy. Oh, what you got to say now?
So okay. Because I mean, we've had a brief
Oh,
Lovecraft
dude.
Country like conversation before.
Sean Durham had a conversation and he said he didn't like it. But go ahead, speak your mind.
So if it is, because
I tried.
I got me too, Mark. I got through 4 episodes, but I'm not into fantasy. I'm not into like
Yeah,
sci-fi,
that's
stuff like
me.
that. So, but I'm gonna try it again. But my question is, if it is a love letter to black women, right? Why are the black male characters so freaking weak in this show? Like they're so
Exactly.
weak. Like they cry all the time, and they're like, "Oh my god!" And then it's always the woman. And again, shout out to the black woman. This is what y'all do. I get it. It's always the black woman come in like cocking a shotgun, like, "Let's go." You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm gonna try it again. But like the main character, he was doing a lot of crying. You know what I mean? Like, and not to say
He
the black
was
man can't
whooped and beat by his daddy. I mean, wait, so you trying to say he can't show emotion?
No,
How is he supposed to get his
that is
image
not
if
what I'm
he
saying.
Exactly.
can't
We need
cry?
a whole nother
The big
dialogue with this one.
show is not about
Right.
toxic
Right, Mark.
masculinity at all.
Yeah.
We are not about toxic masculinity. You can absolutely show emotion. But when the
Yeah.
monsters come and shout it, now it's not the time to be crying.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about because Atticus did his thing, and so
Okay.
I
All
need
right,
you to finish watching it. All right,
Okay, I'm a
Do
power.
that.
I guess
for
I
me.
tried again too.
yes, please.
I'm
I'm
a
gonna try it for the first time.
Oh yeah, you're gonna enjoy it. I mean, all y'all should be enjoying it, and just watch it for what it is because you don't. It's one of those things. We've been seeing black people in a particular box. It's
Yeah.
like the same black show. We do
Right.
sci-fi and all this adventure type stuff, and every episode, like the first few episodes, it's a different genre that you never really see a black people in. When was the last time you seen a black person do some Indiana Jones type stuff?
No, I get you. No, I'm gonna
Yeah,
go back and watch. I'm gonna go back
yeah. So
and
go back and watch
hopefully them niggas
in
stop
season
crying.
2. We can revisit this. Season 2 of the Big Cold Show. We can revisit this, and we have a more
Yeah, let's revisit
dialogue
it
about this.
after I watch it.
Yeah, we go.
And,
I like
look,
it.
I'm gonna speak into existence. Season 2, we gonna get somebody from the show on the show. How about
Yeah,
that? I'm
I like
speaking
that. I
into it.
received that.
Let's do it. We gonna do it. All right. What else we got on the list?
Did I do people? Yeah, I did
Good
the
people.
people. I did. Oh yeah, yeah. So what else? Oh, P Valley was one of the top shows.
Tried it. Tried it.
Woke
Seen
AF.
it.
Power made the list, and Insecure and Grey's Anatomy. That's
Insecure, Grey's Anatomy. Shout out to two queens. You know what I'm saying? Issa Rae and
mm-hmm.
Shonda Rhimes. Like shout out to them. You know, Queens, keep doing your thing, Queens. I love Insecure. That's my show.
Insecure was perfect from
Nobody
beginning
knows.
to end.
I don't care what y'all got to say. I watch
Every
that whether
time,
you got
man.
a girlfriend or not. Speaking of that, I gotta give a shout out. So, like, one of the great things that happened to me in 2020 is I got involved in a relationship. You know, so shout out to my boo, Takia. Love you.
TK, what's good? Happy
That's
New
what's
Year.
My
good,
life
man.
and making it different. You know what I mean? Making it better. So, parting shots, bro. Like, you ready to do it?
Let's get it, man. All
All
right,
right.
party
So,
shot.
parting shots. For parting shots, we want to talk about the things that you are most thankful for in 2020 and the lessons that you learned in 2020 is going to help you have a great 2021. As usual, we always go ladies first. So, my big sister, Sydney Williams, what are the lessons that you learned from 2020 is going to help you catapult into 2021?
Always keep your faith over your fear.
Mm.
Dig it.
That's all you got?
That's powerful. I mean, man,
Hey,
That's
you
all I
have to
got.
let
what more
that
she
breathe,
need?
man. You have to
I'm
let
just
that
saying,
breathe.
but she talks so much. I just figured she was gonna say something more than that. Like that's all. That's all you get. That's great.
It's like
Faith.
yeah, right. Whenever you approach something and you're a little hesitant about or you're afraid of, or as long as you got, good faith, you'll overcome it.
Yeah.
My faith always helped me overcome my fear.
Good word, sissy. Good word.
And we definitely needed it this year.
Yeah. Indeed. Like I can't stress enough. Like I try to not put my own spiritual beliefs into this show, but my spiritual belief
Right.
is who I am. And like I can tell you right now, if I didn't have faith in God and Jesus Christ, I don't know how I would have made it through this year. And nothing
Right.
against
Right.
that's different. Whatever you believe is what you believe, but I really find it hard for me to like I can't fathom a person without a faith structure or a belief in a higher power to get through this thing. So like you know,
Right.
everything that I was able to get through and accomplish, I know is because of my Creator. You know what I'm saying, and it was and through the blood of Jesus. So that's just me. That's where I am. You know what I'm saying, Mark. What you got?
Man, everybody had a time, a period where we had to quarantine, so we had to stay in home and be in the house. So hopefully, we had an opportunity, like I did, to learn something about yourself, learn who you are.
Right.
What can you bring to better the person next to you? Um, there was some like during the Black Lives Movement, man, that touched me a lot to see a lot of people hand in hand with us, understanding finally what we've been going through for years. Um,
Mm-hmm.
even after being on video many of times, it's this one particular video that touched more people.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, he had to die for it. But hopefully, we learn something about ourselves to make us better for the next person,
You know
not
what's
just our
crazy about
family,
that?
but for the next person.
What's crazy about that? We had to be still. Everybody had to be still to see that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Mastermind?
Bruh. Appreciate everything because tomorrow you may not have it. May not have family, you may not have material means you might not even have your health. So
So
Yeah.
true.
thank God for what you have. Do not complain and just be happy. You know what I'm saying? He's going to
Right.
provide, and as long like you said, faith, have faith, be happy, don't complain, and just appreciate the little things, and the universe will in turn bless you.
Yeah,
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
yeah. So for me, man, it's like this year was a very eye-opening year. Like I found out that people that I really depended on, I can't depend on. That is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are a lot of people who I know to depend on. They were there, and we learn a lot about who we are as people. So for me, I just want to give some shout outs. You know what I'm saying, to some people that helped me get through this year. First and foremost, man, Christopher Freeman, my brother, Big Spank, man, love you, dog.
3x.
Like 300 in the building. All my 300 brothers, you know what I'm saying? Miguel, like AKA Kane, Freddie, Willie, Callie, like that. My support system, my sister, my mother. You know what I mean?
You got to
Big
have a
shout out
support
to
system.
Mike and Stephanie Bowen. Gotta give a shout out to Monique Tyler Greer. Like a lot of people that when I was on the edge, bro, like didn't know I was on the edge. They just reached out and kept me from going over the edge. My girl for sure couldn't do none of this stuff without her. My homeboy Hamp, big shout to him. Like all of my partners, the quarantine crew, like Candace, Will, Ace Boogie, my brother, you know what I'm saying? Like Julie Harris, Karma Jackson, my sister, like the folks that got me through. Shout out to Chad and Tessa, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of people that really like for real, when they didn't even know how important they were, it was so important, bro. So one thing I learned this year is that God is still in control, no matter what, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like, and He has sustained me and my family, and for that I am eternally grateful. Tomorrow is my birthday. If God allows me to wake up and see it, I think it'll be the best birthday I've ever had through this
Say
tumultuous.
that.
There you
So
go, man.
Amen.
I guess lastly, if nobody has anything else, Happy New Year to everybody. I hope your 2021 is prosperous. I hope you figure out your purpose, whatever that is,
Mm-hmm.
and continue to love each other because I agree with my sister. And I'm going to tell you that the only thing that can conquer fear is love. Love will
Yep.
conquer fear. You know what I mean?
All
So
day.
I'm about to get to celebrate my birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
Shout
big
birthday
dog.
early.
Happy
out to
birthday, big
everybody.
dog.
Thank you, thank you,
Happy
thank you.
birthday.
I love y'all. I love all of y'all. We'll see y'all in 2021. We're gonna have some big
Tomorrow.
boy stuff going on in 2021. So you gotta tune in, like and subscribe. Big Co TV. Go to the YouTube channel. I mean, go to the Facebook channel, Facebook page, the Big Co Show.
We
We
need a
love y'all.
thousand co-stars. We love you. Thank you for making
Y'all
us
about
such a
midnight.
success.
Thank
45
you
There
for
you go.
having me. Love you guys too.
Thank you for having me, man. You know I don't come out much,
y'all
but I come out for my brother, man.
Hey, hey,
all
nice
day,
to meet y'all.
all day.
Let's get out of here. Peace out. One love.
Take us out, Mr. Mastermind.
And we are out of here.